Okay, everyone. So I was working on the next comparison video, and it just seems like the electric truck news just keeps rolling. And I came across this video that Rivian just released, and I really wanted to talk some about this briefly because I think this video tells us some things very interesting, not only about the Rivian, but also about the Cybertruck. So I want to go ahead and play this video and touch on a couple of things just real quickly. This is kind of a spontaneous video, but anyway, let's watch this.
We're in the middle of the desert in Arizona at a proving grounds that allows us to explore the limits of this vehicle, both on-road and off-road. We try to subject it to the harshest terrain possible so we can understand what works and what doesn't.
Okay, I want to stop for a second. I want to show you that. I want to repeat this little section here in slow motion.
What doesn't.
Right there. Okay, what I want to tell you is you can't drive a truck like that on the road. The only place you can drive a truck like that is off-road or a motorcycle or anything else. The thing that most people don't understand, and the reason why I wish a lot of you guys would stop saying, I'm not interested in off-roading. The thing is that the only place you're going to be able to do to the Cybertruck what it's capable of doing in terms of its speed and acceleration and all of the things that it's going to be so capable of delivering is to go off-road. So people think of off-roading as this slow technical stuff, but what you just saw there, high-speed off-roading, is a blast. And the only place you can do that outside of a racetrack is off-road. Okay, let's keep watching. All right, this is significant off-roading. What they're tackling, this is very hard. Okay, I want to go back a second and show you. Okay, watch what happens when this truck clears the one rock and comes down right there. Did you see that? Watch right here. Watch what happens as the springs compress. Okay. And then watch right here. Okay. When I spend all this time talking about armor, why armor is such a big deal? Because when you get off-road, you get in stuff like this, and this is what's called the breakover angle. Everyone's wanting me to talk about breakover. That's what this means. You have a low spot here and a low spot here, and there's a high obstacle in the middle. And that breakover angle is what allows you to go over the top of something without damaging this part of the truck right there. This descent is also very impressive.
What you might consider punishing it off-road, but we're learning, we're taking all that data in and constantly developing, making it better on-road and off-road.
Okay. So they don't show much here, but this little brief clip going high speed, they're probably driving 50 to 60 miles an hour on this is called two-track road, meaning there's one track, a section of grass or a mound there, and another track. So to go this fast on two-track, it takes a very good truck. Okay, again, that's what I'm talking about. Coming around corners, fishtailing like that, the only place you can really do that is out off-road when you're by yourself. And this is like a proving grounds. This is like a closed course, so they can do that. But you can really do this shit when you're out by yourself in the middle of the boonies. Okay, so the thing is, that is super impressive. That little section of what Rivian just showed you, if you're not an off-roader, you won't appreciate it, but that is some hardcore off-roading that they were doing, both high speed and on a section of 2-track, and the fishtailing and going around like that, and then the uphill and downhill section that they were tackling. Not only was it steep, it had a lot of terrain changes with the rocks, and scaling rocks like that's super hard. So I'm really impressed by this piece of video. This is the most impressive piece of video I've seen from Rivian. So here's why this gets me excited about the Cybertruck. The Rivian's highest clearance is 14.5 inches. The Cybertruck at its maximum clearance actually has 1.5 inches more. The other thing that makes me very excited is what I don't know about the Rivian. I was showing you there where it compressed, where there were several times where the body almost came in contact with a rock or a high ridge or something, is we've seen the Cybertruck armor. It has, I think, class-leading armor for doing stuff off-road. And from what we know, the Cybertruck, especially the dual and the tri-motor Cybertruck, should match the Rivian in terms of acceleration. So the things that worry me about the Rivian are the lack of armor or not knowing what the armor is. Like I showed you that one point where it was really close to scraping on the breakover. I don't know what kind of armor they have around the rim of the Rivian or on the bottom. The second thing is we still don't know about the price. They haven't actually told us what the prices are going to be for the different trim options. And the last thing is Rivian is trying to emulate Tesla by doing their own direct-to-consumer sales and having their own service technicians. That really worries me about the Rivian. It actually kind of worries me about the Tesla. But I see how Tesla is growing their service infrastructure, but you're talking when you're going off-road, you're talking about being in some very remote places. And so those are the things that would worry me about the Rivian. But other than that, hats off to Rivian for showing us, so far, I think the first real hardcore off-roading by any of the electric trucks. So thumbs up. Good job, Rivian. I'm super excited to take a Rivian out for a test drive when the chance comes. And yeah, I'm impressed. That's it. We'll catch you next time. Thanks. Bye.